Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that sits at the very core of who we are, or at least who we aspire to be. It's about truthfulness and integrity. In a world that often feels like a hall of mirrors, where it's hard to tell what's real and what's a reflection, how do we stay grounded in what's true? How do we build a life that's not just successful on the outside, but solid and trustworthy all the way through? Let's start with a powerful verse from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 25. It says, "Therefore each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body." Put off falsehood. Think about that for a second. It's not just about not telling big, elaborate lies. It's about shedding the small ones, too. The little white lies we tell to avoid awkwardness, the exaggerations we use to make ourselves look better, the half-truths we use to protect our own interests. Paul, the writer of Ephesians, uses this image of taking off old clothes. Falsehood is like a dirty, worn-out garment that we need to consciously remove. It doesn't belong on us anymore. And what do we put on instead? Truth. We're called to speak truthfully to your neighbor. This isn't just about stating facts. It's about being a person of truth. It's about our words aligning with reality and our actions aligning with our words. Why is this so important? The verse gives us the reason. For we are all members of one body. Imagine if your hand decided to lie to your brain about touching something hot. The whole body would suffer, right? It's the same in our communities, our families, our friendships, and our churches. When one person is dishonest, it damages the trust that holds us all together. A lie, no matter how small, introduces a little bit of poison into the system. It creates cracks in the foundation of our relationships. Truth, on the other hand, is the glue. It's what allows for genuine connection, vulnerability, and unity. When we are truthful with each other, we are saying, "You can count on me. What you see is what you get. We're in this together." This brings us to a related but distinct idea: integrity. Truthfulness is about what we say and do. Integrity is about who we are when no one is watching. It's the internal moral compass that guides our decisions. Proverbs 11:3 puts it beautifully. "The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity." Notice that word, guides. Integrity isn't a restrictive set of rules that holds us back. It's a guiding light. It's the force that helps us navigate the complex, morally gray areas of life. When you have integrity, you have an internal guidance system that keeps you on the right path, even when it's difficult, even when a shortcut looks tempting. It simplifies your life because you're not constantly trying to manage different versions of yourself. You are one, whole, integrated person. The word integrity itself comes from the same root as integer, meaning a whole number. It means being whole, undivided. On the flip side, the verse warns about the unfaithful, who are destroyed by their duplicity. Duplicity is the opposite of integrity. It's being two-faced, saying one thing and doing another. It's living a double life. And the proverb is clear: this path leads to destruction. Why? Because a life built on duplicity is fundamentally unstable. It's like trying to build a house on a foundation of sand. It requires constant effort to maintain the lies, to keep the stories straight, to prevent the two worlds from colliding. It's exhausting, and eventually, the truth has a way of coming out. The house will crumble. This destruction isn't always a dramatic, sudden collapse. It can be a slow erosion of trust, the loss of meaningful relationships, a hollow sense of self, and the inner turmoil that comes from not being true to who you were made to be. So how do we cultivate this life of truthfulness and integrity? It starts with small daily choices. It's choosing to tell the truth even when it's inconvenient. It's admitting when you're wrong instead of making excuses. It's giving an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. It's being the same person in public as you are in private. Think about the people you admire most in your life. Chances are, they are people of integrity. You trust them. You know their yes means yes and their no means no. Their character is a source of stability and safety for those around them. That is the kind of person God calls us to be. Building integrity is like building muscle. It requires consistent practice. Every time you choose the honest route over the easy one, you are strengthening your character. Every time you align your actions with your values, you are becoming a more whole and integrated person. It's not about being perfect. We will all stumble. We will all have moments where we fail to be truthful. The key is what we do next. Do we try to cover it up, doubling down on the falsehood? Or do we put it off, as Ephesians says? Do we own up to it, seek forgiveness, and recommit ourselves to the path of integrity? Remember, this journey isn't just for our own benefit. Our integrity, our truthfulness, is a gift to everyone we interact with. It builds trust, fosters healthy communities, and brings a little more light into a world that desperately needs it. When we live with integrity, we reflect the character of God, who is the ultimate source of all truth. Living this way creates a life of peace. You don't have to worry about being found out. You don't have the mental burden of juggling lies. Your conscience is clear. As Proverbs says, integrity guides you. It leads you into a life that is not only right, but is also freeing and deeply fulfilling. So let's make a commitment today. Let's practice putting off falsehood in all its forms. Let's ask God to help us cultivate a heart of integrity that guides every decision we make. Let's choose to be people who are known for their truthfulness, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because we are all connected, members of one body, and our wholeness depends on it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this message resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Drop a comment below and share one small way you plan to practice integrity this week. I look forward to reading your thoughts. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.